You have a magic wand and you are given an opportunity to fix the grid and save the country, to make Australia great again. What are you going to do from an energy point of view?
In terms of energy, I would immediately cut subsidies, call them in and say, boys, the game's over. You know it was a scam. It's finished. I would build the high energy, low emissions coal-fired power stations where we have a lot of coal, and to put those stations close to the mines. So they'd be in Queensland and New South Wales. And I would also use gas because at times when you've got a drought, you don't have enough water for cooling in coal-fired power stations, so you need another form of energy. I would also put in nuclear, and I'd put in nuclear in the great industrial centres of our country. So they would be in Gladstone, Newcastle, or in the Hunter Valley, in Wollongong, in Whyalla, Port Pirie, put them in Kalgoorlie, up in the Pilbara. And these, I'd have one or two of these very large, big grunt reactors that have 2 gigawatt reactors, and then I'd have a fleet of mobile reactors that I can move for rural Australia. That saves you putting in a grid. That saves you maintaining a grid. And if towns die, which they do, or if towns grow, which they do, you can either reduce or add to the modular reactor. I would also use wind and solar, and for decades I've seen wind and solar used on outback stations. It's the only way they can get power. You can't justify having a 1 megawatt generator, a nuclear generator on an outback station. You've got too much power and it's too expensive. I'd also have some mobile reactors on ships. Every now and then we get a Northern Territory or Eastern Queensland town wiped out by a cyclone. Park a ship in there that's got a nuclear, a small reactor on it, and feed power into the town. Keep them alive until you get everything repaired. We have cyclones every year. Every third year or so we'll have Innisfail or Townsville lose power. Fix it up. Easy to do. So that would then complement what is absolutely necessary for this country, is to have a large nuclear power contingent in our military. And that's for submarines and for warships. These are absolutely necessary. We are an island. We can't have cables going to next door bringing in power. We don't have any borders where neighbours can say, oh, we're going to help you, we'll bring in our troops to help you. So if I were king of the world, I would attack the only thing that I think is important, and that is our energy systems, and that would lower inflation, that would increase employment, and that would make Australia a very wealthy country.